what you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed.
Hey everybody, Dean from the Dean 13 channel. Hope everybody's well and health, fine, with somebody spiritually that you can be safe with, be happy with, and have long life. And if not, then somebody you can at least be yourself and have a cup of tea with and have a bit of a giggle. Look, my Him Ha Niggle is about what's happening in society. We all know it. With the upheaval now, with once again the Extinction Rebellion group, but now how explosive it is to society. What's been happening over the last couple of weeks, what they've done in society, what they've achieved in society, how many people have come on board with the Extinction Rebellion group, society, organisation. I'm just mind-boggled. I mean, society, I don't know what's happening to society. It's falling down. You know, everything have you seen now over the last couple of weeks, what's been happening with the conflict that's now in place with society. And you can't say it's not, because it is. There's a lot of conflict. A lot of conflict with the government. A lot of conflict now with people's opinions on climate change. Is it happening? It's not happening. You know, everybody's like, you've got the talkers on YouTube. There's so many debates and so much talk of what's happening. And everybody's getting on board, and, you know, the celebrities and everything else. And it's all on YouTube. But what are you doing? I mean, there's protests all around the world. And what I see, personally, it's allowed to grow. I mean, there's so many, it's not laughable, it's very cryable, really, if you look at it. You look on YouTube, come on guys, you know, you're looking at, I've looked at so many topics on how Extinction Rebellion groups keeping the UK at hostage, what they're doing in London, you know, que sera, Victoria, Queensland, take a pick, it'll be Sydney soon. So, what's it all about? Why? And I find it mind-boggling that there must be something more behind this, because, see, it's allowed to happen. And the Extinction Rebellion group turn around and say that there are conflicts with the government and they want change with the government. But the thing is, not one of them has approached in a sensible manner on what their approach should be, apart from a citizens' assembly. Well, you know that's not going to happen. That's just playing with the fairies. Citizens' assembly, pull down the government of crap. That is crap. But I'd like to know why the government is allowing this. And like the people in Extinction Rebellion group have paid protesters. They're getting paid. They're getting promoted. Advertisement all over the world. And Greta Thunberg, she's apparently driving an electric car, which I find promoting activism. As I said, I thought Greta would be a great leader. But what I find, and the more I research, I don't think that is right. Because a lot of things have happened since then that I've realised with this young girl Greta is just for advertisement, promoting. But it's not, and that's all to do with money. I mean, your electric cars, how do they get there? I mean, you know, she went on a yacht sailing somewhere to get somewhere on a destination where you still have to use resources there. She's in a motel. I mean, they drink, they eat, they go to the toilet. They must have communication. They've got lights. Greta, I'm very, very upset at this because actually I didn't think you or your family, but then again, you know, a lot of people saying put the blame on your mum and dad, but I think 85 to 90%, but that 10%, I thought that was up to you, Greta. You're 16, you might have autism, but I thought you were intelligent. I really thought you cared about the climate. Not for what you can get out of the climate, but apparently I'm wrong. And I'm wrong as far as to say the government is allowing this organisation to grow. But why? Who in the government is allowing this? And why? And why are the politicians all just sitting back? I don't understand that. Why this organisation's allowed to grow, and it is growing by the minute. Society's going to be screwed. I mean, also, do you think Extinction Rebellion Group, when you hear this, and I know you view my YouTubes, is that if you're really so worried, you must have the brains up there to realise that the government in the end ain't going to help you. So wouldn't you, with all your followers, wouldn't you be preparing for, as you say, the Extinction Day, Doom Day, Extinction Day? Wouldn't you be preparing for that? With seed banks and things like that, getting people on board all over the world to prepare for these. But you're not. You're just going out, being an activist, getting millions on board, and people are now just walking out saying, I don't want to work anymore, I just want to be, rebellious. So, you know, I mean, I think you guys are succeeding, which is a real shame. But if you really cared about what's happening in society with the climate, don't you think, apart from going out promoting enquiry to society, that you would be trying to promote support with people, real support? I mean, you know, survival support, instead of actually how to survive when you get arrested. You know, I've seen that one too, Extinction Rebellion Group. How do you survive when you get arrested? You go limp on the floor. And then when they go to pick you up, you go like that. How ridiculous. You train people in that respect, but you won't train in other respects to climate and what's happening. And you say you care, you're all for money. Extinction Rebellion Group, I don't know who's paying you all, or why this is happening in society, but I know it's happened for a reason, and somebody is behind it. Is it the government, or is it somebody in the government? Or you got to ask, because there is something more behind it. And if you don't think so, then you're a fool. Whoever watches this YouTube, you're a fool, because there's more behind it. And Greta, I was a bit upset to see all these YouTubes, knowing that you're going out spreading the word, but you're creating havoc. You're not for any real change or solution. So I'm really sorry I put a YouTube out there promoting Greta to be the new world leader of the children, the future, because I think your parents are ruling you. You're making money out of it, which I actually think is very sad. So if you really cared about climate change, you wouldn't do what you're doing. An Extinction Rebellion Group, if you really cared, you wouldn't do what you're doing. You would prepare. As I said, you prepare people to get arrested and how to go to limp on the ground and how to rebel. If you can do all that, why can't you prepare people for everything else? I mean, you've got electricity, you got halls, you got telephone, you have communication, you have your kettle to boil your coffee. Do you have a coffee in the morning before you set off on your protests? I bet you do. So there you go. I mean, you know, and also, as I said, something's more behind this. It's diabolical. There's something more diabolical going on. And you've got to see it. I mean, I put out there, YouTube's Bring Extinction Rebellion Down, because I do think they need to be brung down in society, because they're being put there. Overnight burping, as I say, weren't there 5 years ago, 2 years ago. But overnight kind of thing, they're there. Why? Who's put them there and why? It's for a reason, I believe that. But anyway, anybody hearing this YouTube, I really hope that you think about it, because if you stop and think what's happening, everything is now falling down. Democracy's going, the security of society's going. There's a lot of uncertainty. And government, if you're hearing this, think about it. It makes sense. Why are these Extinction Rebellion groups allowed to pop up, not just in one country, I think 5 or so countries, and allowed to flourish and grow? You've got to ask yourself why. There's more behind this. Who's paying you people? Aren't you asking yourself that, government? Where are you, politicians? Where are you? We want some answers. Decent people of society that do care about the climate are scared out of their goddamn wits like me what's going to happen with the future. But do we go out and do the wrong thing and brainwash people and try and bring anarchy to society? No, we don't. But the other people, Extinction Rebellion Group organisation, do. And why are they allowed? And why has this been allowed to just grow overnight? Is it a money-making machine? As I said on YouTube, there's so many YouTubes, it's ridiculous. Anyway, that's my concern. That I thought I'd put it out there, because there's something more behind this than meets the eye. I guarantee you. Anyway, bye from the Dean 13 channel. Look after yourself, as I said. Hope you find your spiritual match in 219. Be with somebody that you're safe with, happy with, and long life. Until my little him-han niggle and report on this, bye from the Dean 13.